Support me, Red Bull. Hello and welcome. It is 8 o'clock. It is the second day of June 2021. It is summer, and yet it is 55 degrees. It is drizzling and foggy. Summer. I'm freezing, and it's summer. I'm your grumpy guide to all things gaming, the OGGM. The M stands for migraine because, God, I have one today, probably because of the weather. All right, so it's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at all the crowdfunding projects. It's hard to believe I have a degree in communication, and I used to do this professionally as a radio DJ, isn't it? It's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at all the crowdfunding projects that are coming to an end this week-ish. See if anything sounds interesting. Crowdfunding, kickstarting is always I'm a huge supporter of. It's a great way for small press companies to get their stuff out. From Onyx Path Publishing, we have Exalted, Essence tabletop role-playing game. Something is different. This project is something of a different flavor of Exalted. The established fantasy RPG Exalted is a legacy White Wolf product. Has bought up to the third editions, with Exalted Essence offering a streamlined version of the Exalted 3E rule set in only 215 pages. Streamlined. 250 pages. Yeah. From the Merry Mushmen, we have something called Knock, Issue 2 for Dungeons & Dragons. This is a 224-page magazine filled to the gills with old school OSR and D&D articles, rules, tables, classes, monsters, adventures, and more. From Richard Kelly, we have Fiskborg for Morkborg. Need to fish in your Morkborg campaign? This project provides Fisk combat with elements from Richard Kelly's Rod, Reel, and Fished, but presents them in a more darker world. Now it's Fisk Borg, but it's asking if you need to Fish in your Morkborg, and provides Fisk combats. Fish? Does it mean fish combat? Brutal fishing in an accursed world. All right, we're going to have to see what Rod, Reel, and Fist is. So is it hitting people? Fish combat? Fishing combat? Fisting someone? Yeah, I don't know. From Max Moon Games, we have Abyss of Hallucination, a Morkborg setting. It's a Morkborg setting in zine format, combining... Abyss of Hallucinations, a Morkborg setting being playtested. Nightly Gaming, which is a gaming store in the UK, is asking people to support their crowdfund to expand the space of their gaming store. I think I went to Nightly Gaming when I was in England that one time, years and years and years ago. I remember it being a pretty good, cool store. So yeah, I guess they're asking people to donate to the crowdfunding and help them expand the store. So yeah, hey, Awfully Cheerful Engine is still being kickstarted, even though it's, I don't know, I'm tired of pushing that game. From Next Level Gaming, we have a playtest Kickstarter for something called Grios, Grios, Griot's Guide to the Wildlands. 140 pages of telling you how to do Wildlands stuff in 5th edition. From John Harmstone, we have Dawn of the Necromancer, a 5th edition adventure. 250-page book presents an epic campaign about fighting necromancers. But that's okay, because the necromancers aren't evil anymore. They're just misunderstood. From Solar Studios, we have Red Sky 5e, a science fantasy conversion book and lore codex. This is a fully realized 5e setting using science fantasy. If you're not familiar with what science fantasy is, Thunder the Barbarian. From Planet X Games, we have Jungle Tomb of the Mummy Bride for Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition and Dungeon Crawl classes. I don't know how it could be for both since they're so completely different systems, but okay. Trap-filled, mummy-filled Egyptian tomb, but remember, of course, thanks to Ravenloft, mummies are no longer evil. They're just misunderstood. And that's it for what's being kickstarted this week. Oh, no, it's not. Chris O'Neill is kickstarting his Mazes fantasy role-playing game. I read about this earlier this week. It sounds really interesting, so I'm going to look more to it. Chris O'Neill is the person who brought us the Exalted's role-playing game and designed the polymorph system that won some awards last year at the Ennies. So he is beginning the Kickstarter for that. So if you want to support Mazes, now's a chance. And that's it for what's going on in the world of crowdfunding. If any of those crowdfunding projects sounds like something you want to support, walk on down to your friendly local game store, that's Cess Games and Anime here in Ventura, and ask them to look into it for you. Support your FLGS. Happy Pride Month. Happy June. If you appreciate this content, please comment down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 500 subs by August 4th, and we'll do something crazy. Till next time, I'm going to nurse this migraine, so I will talk to you losers later. Now get off my lawn.